anyone who's starting a Facebook campaign should remember is this. You have 2.6 seconds to grab the attention of your particular user. Start your campaigns with multiple creatives and captions. I've been in the marketing space for the last 8 years, and it's been my passion to see how we can convert every user into a prospective client for the business. Hi everyone, this is Aaron Karthik. The first thing anyone should remember before they start their first Facebook campaign is ensure they install Facebook pixels on their landing pages. What is this Facebook pixel? This pixels is a small line of code which you have to install on your landing page, which will help you understand who's the user who's coming to your site and the different set of actions they are taking on your site. With these conversion events set up on the site, say example, like if you have an add to cart button on your product, if that's your end goal, that you want a user to come add your product to that cart, you can set that as a conversion event on your campaign. This will lead Facebook to show it to high intent audiences who will potentially add your product to their cart and eventually become a customer. Second most important point anyone who is starting a Facebook campaign should remember is this. You have 2.6 seconds to grab the attention of your particular user. Imagine you're scrolling through your ads on stories on Instagram. You are ideally losing your audiences if your creatives are not catchy enough for them to stop and see what your content is about. Only if your content is crisp and catchy, they are going to click on your ad to go to your website to understand what your product is about. So ensure you are defining your product in 2 lines in your creative, expressing yourself in your creative, so that you grab that attention of that particular user to take an action or click on that particular ad to land on your website. The third point anyone should remember before starting a campaign is to first understand their product and who's their potential customer. If they understand the interests of their customers, which will help them target their audiences better on the campaign. On the first ad, always keep your audience as broader as possible, so that when the user comes to your website, you can track the different actions they are doing with the help of the pixels you have already installed in your site. With these pixels, in future you can set these audiences who have landed on your page on the last 90 days, and you can retarget them with a different set of ads which will potentially help them become your customer. The fourth thing to remember when you're starting a campaign is to be open to experimenting. Start your campaigns with multiple creatives and captions. See how the audience is reacting to these captions, how they're interacting on the site. Based on that, then you can scale your budgets for a particular campaign which is working or converting better on your site. This will ensure that you're using your budgets effectively. This is very key for a company which has less marketing budgets to get more customers with the budgets given to them. The fifth point to remember before you start your Facebook campaign. Imagine the audience has never heard of your product before. So set your ad frequencies to 5 or 6. This will ensure that he keeps seeing your product over and over again on their feeds. This will build a brand recall. In future, it will lead to better conversion rates as they keep seeing your products on their feeds. But if you're retargeting the same user again, then set your frequencies at 1 to 2. In this case, experiment with your creatives, not your frequencies. But for a new user, always set your frequencies at 5 to 6. I have personally used 5 to 6 as an ad frequency for all my campaigns, including EduStars. This has helped create brand recall for newer events or newer products in the minds of the customer, so that they will potentially become your customer in the future. EduStars has been one event which I've been looking forward to. It will help everyone understand what's happening in the space, listen to academicians, policymakers, or startups like Byju's or an academy.